In this video, we are looking at this. This is the Ruko F11 Pro 2 4K gimbal, 35 minutes of flight time per battery. Absolute, supposed to be great drone. We are going to be going through a little bit of the connection, what some of the features are, how to fly the thing, and see, like, is this really a good alternative to some of those DJI drones that are out there? If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Troy. This is RoadsideRC. You'll tend to find me bashing or crawling or drifting or racing, plus doing product review videos and how-tos. And I've already got this drone out of the box, but let me show you what all came with it. The drone actually came in this box, a fancy, shiny box, but you don't really need that because right inside of it is a handy-dandy carrying case. Zippered pouches, we'll dive into that in just a second. Obviously, there's the drone itself, which I'm showing it all expanded, but it does fold up nicely, has a little cover, so, you know, it'll fit in that case very nicely. It comes with the two batteries. It's supposed to be, and we will test this, it's supposed to be 35 minutes of runtime each. So that is really nice. They just simply charge here with the USB, and they have just a little on-off battery indicator right there on the front. Super duper simple. I also picked up this. This is the Ruko 65 watt overall charger. Comes with the easy plug that collapses in and out. Use a couple USBs, so it has two different USB-C ports right here. And it has a standard USB. This is what I'm using plugged in, super fast, charged up those batteries. That thing works great. Used it to charge up the controller as well, which is a nice full-size controller. Has a little screen, has the place for your phone, the wire connection to your phone. We've got the camera buttons up here, the pan for the gimbal right here. Really nice little display here. Everything that you need right included in the box. And in this package, little Protecto FOMO thing, here's where the batteries sit, the controller, the drone, and then of course over here, a couple extra cables. We have some extra props and a little screwdriver because, you know, stuff happens that way. Some extra little screws, some extra little gimbal, the little, whatever these things called, whatever those are called. Got a couple extra of those things in there. All of that in the nice little handy dandy case. Now there are two things that are not included in this whole package that you need in order to have this thing fully operational. First, micro SD card. Now obviously these things are not super expensive anymore. You can get a bunch of these for rather cheap. And you're going to put it right here in the side of the drone so that you can take your fancy dandy videos. Now, I don't know how to do it. There we go. Picture side up. Clicks in and out. Now we're good to go. We can have onboard storage of our video. The other thing is you're going to need a smartphone. This is my normal Android phone, and it has the Ruko Mini app on it. You can select between the F11 Mini or the F11 Pro 2, which is the one that we have here. This is where you do a lot of the interface. So yes, you can fly the drone with this, but if you want to see what the drone's seeing, if you want to set up some of the special flight modes and all that, you're gonna need the app. Now, one thing I have found, if I turn this off here, it doesn't like my case. I've got the big OtterBox case on here. It does not like that. This case is super thick, and this cable is a 90-degree cable. I actually tried using another data cable that I had in order to get the drone to work, and it wouldn't do it. For some reason, it really liked this cable. So in order for this to work, it makes me nervous. It makes me very, very nervous. But I have to actually come in and take the case all the way off. So either I suggest you do that, and you be very, very careful, or sometimes I see people use old phones. Like I have an old busted phone that we use sometimes, cracked screen and all that. That's a really good thing to use for something like this. So SD card, some level of phone, either iOS or Android, and then in order to get everything all up and running. Okay, I have my absolutely now naked phone connected in here. If the folks from Ruko are listening, please give me a cable. Please give me a cable that I can actually leave my case on with. The case will fit. There's actually still plenty of room in here. I can make the case fit. Oh my gosh. It makes me so nervous to have my phone here. And then if I'm out flying somewhere, I now have all of this that I gotta like not lose somewhere, right? So it'd be really nice if this cable, if they ever update this to be actually case friendly. That would be super duper convenient. The battery here, it's sighted. It only goes in one way. Click, just like that. And then, making sure that's in there nice and tight, I'm going to set it down and I'm going to hit the button once, twice. I'm going to wait for those blue lights to all come up. We're going to come over here. Controller is on. It's also going to make a bunch of super annoying noise. Yeah, you got to control the interface up here. You have to do all of the control permissions in here. Let's see, maybe it'll shut up in just a minute. Aha, there we go. Okay. So it takes it, what is that, 20 seconds, something like that, for it to connect. It makes super loud, annoying buzzing noises, beeping noises while it's connecting, but it popped up as connected on here. Controller's now there. It's still red back here because I'm in my garage, so it doesn't have any GPS signal. It's still flashing down here, like don't see GPS. You can't really see that on the screen at all, can you? Womp. So the top one flashes when the drone's not connected. It stopped flashing, drone's connected. The middle one here is flashing, and that's because it doesn't see any GPSs because I'm in my garage. But anyway, from the phone side here, I'm going to click control, and it doesn't see it. Oh, this thing right here. Getting it to where you can actually see the video through here, it's a little bit of a pain in the tail that I thought I had already fixed. Connections. Down here at the bottom, mobile hotspot and tethering. You gotta let it like USB tether. I just powered it off and powered it back on, I promise. That's all I did. And now all of a sudden it's working and it's asking me to calibrate the compass. That means we get to do the compass calibration dance. Look at us, here we go. So we're gonna spinny, spinny, spinny. We're gonna keep spinning, spinning, spinning this way. And maybe, aha, look at us. Aha, finally successful, look at this. Hey, look, that's me. You can see me. Ah. All right, so it finally connected. So after changing USB modes, I powered this off and back on again, and then it magically worked. So that still has been a little bit sketchy for me. But now, let's look at some of the other features that are in here. So over here on the left-hand side, this is auto takeoff and some of the other features, but this is the really cool thing is over here. So you have all of these flight modes. GPS follow and fly around and all this kind of stuff. There's a night mode. We have all sorts of filters. We can do all sorts of fun stuff. So that's all the way over there on that side. If we look up here at the top, you will see we have basically 0 satellites. Again, we're inside the house, so that's to be expected. If you click on the drone, I got 93% battery up there, controllers at 94%, so that's all looking good. Under the settings, I believe, am I still in the beginner mode here? And so then you can see the difference in like altitude, like it limits you. If you uncheck the beginner, then you have all of those different settings. Down here when the controller is connected, you can also see that in video mode you can have 2K, 2.7, 2.7. You can get up to 50 frames per second, which is nice. I find in drones, higher frames per second is super useful because when you pan a drone, it's seeing so far in the distance that it needs a lot of frames per second to not look kind of window paney. But you can go all the way up to 4K at 30 frames per second, which is what it's set at right now. And then the photo scale, you can go all the way up to 5700 by 3200. So we'll set it for that way. You can turn grids on and all that other kind of stuff. You can do your return to home. We'll bump that up just a little bit. You can do some of that kind of thing. Tracking over here on this side, this is just all of your kind of history. Max mileage away, altitude, speed, all that kind of stuff, flight logs, all that. Kind of useless. I never really look at that stuff. You can change your units. You can have voice prompts. You can do other things like that in here. We should be able to, there you go. So when you click the drone, up here will come this kind of thing. So you get your universal ID, and in the instructions, it will walk you through every step-by-step what you need to do in order to register your drone with the FAA. This drone will, with everything all in, it is supposedly over the 250 gram max. So you need to register it. It's not a big deal. It's actually pretty simple, and Ruko even makes it a little bit easier because they give you all the information just right here, and you can access this information even if the drone's not powered on. So that's kind of nice, actually. And it does this. Now, if the drone's not active for some period of time, it'll turn itself off. But anyway, that's about the features you have. Again, you have a video mode versus a camera mode. So you can click a button, you can take a picture, you can click a button, you can take a video. So look at that. We're taking a video of my garage at the moment. So yeah, beautiful garage. It's time to get this thing out and let's see how this thing flies. I've tried some other cheaper drones and they have been super duper disappointing, but this one, it has potential. So we need to get this thing out and give it a shot. All right, we're outside, and guess what we get to do the first thing? We get to do the compass calibration dance. Look at us. Woohoo, here we go. Do it, do it, do it. So the good news, everything's connected, but we're sitting here waiting now. We're burning battery life, waiting on GPSs. And it currently says I have red. Red, no bar, it's still flashing down here. And even though drone's powered up, I have connection, I can control the gimbal up and down, we have all that kind of stuff is in process. We are just sitting here waiting on GPS satellite signal connection. Oh, now all of a sudden it went to connecting. Okay, great. And we are gonna hit our just one touch takeoff. Let's see. Stable. I've tried a few of these budget drones and they were not stable at all. So it is very nice to see this. Very stable. Okay, we're gonna take off a little bit. Oh, the controls are nice. Again, I tested one of these before and the controls were super jerky. This one is easy to fly. Look at that thing, it's locked into those GPSs, isn't it? F11 Pro, not even moving. I like that. Okay, well we are recording on the screen. So let's come up a little bit. Hey, look, there I am. We can see me. You can pan up and down. Oh, yeah, you don't want to see that part of me. I'm not that good looking. It is cold here today. Okay, let's go up. Let's get some altitude. Let's see how our transmission signal is as we go up a little bit. It's a beautiful day. Sun is getting ready to set. On the screen, which you probably can't read, it does give me a height. We're up about 200 feet. Distance total so far 70 feet. It gives you a speed, both a vertical speed. So we're going up at about 5 miles an hour. And a horizontal speed. Awesome. All right, we're way up there. Let's see here. So we should be recording. Nice, very nice. Camera quality looks great. Looks absolutely great so far. Houses and stuff and things. Alright, so I'm going to stop recording. And I've got it taking some pretty big images here. So we're going to take a picture. Downloading file. Let's turn a little bit. Let's take another photo. Oh, see, the drone's not stopped. I wonder how it'll do that if it's not stopped. Let's see again. We're going to turn again. Oh, where's the button? There's the button. Okay, so we're going to fly over this direction. So we're in current normal speed. We're doing about 13 miles an hour, 14 miles an hour. That looks like maximum that we can do. Somewhere there in about 14 miles an hour. Now we're going to come down here, speed. Camera mode, sport mode. Alright, we're going to turn around. Woo! We are definitely a little touchier on the controls now in sport mode, which is what you would expect. Okay, and we're going to go and see what kind of speed we get. Okay, 13, 14, 15, 17, about 18 miles an hour. So a little bit of extra speed, but nothing too wild. The drone's relatively quiet, but I'll be honest, I am currently 338 feet up, and I can hear it. I'm a little surprised. I'm gonna come on down. We're gonna see. You see if I pan down. I always get up and down backwards when I'm panning on stuff. Look at that. The camera does go straight down. That is 90 degrees down as I come down in here to the grass. And that is quite nice. I do like that. Here we come. Controlled descent. You can see it wobbling as it comes down. The camera's wobbling, but it's doing great. It's slowing down as it's getting here. You can hear it. It's not loud for drones in general, drone this size. But you'll notice it. You're not going to quietly sneak up on anybody with this. Alright, what I've done is I've come in and I've clicked GPS follow here. Now, in theory, it's supposed to follow me. So it's there, it's looking at me. So as I move away, it's looking. Oh, there it goes. Look at this. It's chasing me. It's chasing me. Oh, I gotta stay away from the trees. Here we go. It's chasing me. Come this way. Oh, that is interesting. So if you're in like maybe a side-by-side, if you're in a car, you can't go very fast because you can only go over like 10 miles an hour if you're in a car. But you could be in a car, you could be in a side-by-side, a bicycle. I'm not controlling it at all. I have just GPS follow. You can see that it is keeping an eye on me. And then as I move, it's chasing me. Look at that. Oh, that's working really good. I control the fly around. We're doing an automatic fly around in a circle. It sees me, it sees where we're going. And if I'm like, uh-oh, I want to stop it, fly around and it immediately stops. Look at that. Okay, so I really like, I think my favorite so far is this GPS follow. So there it is, it's looking at me. And look, it just keeps doing it. It absolutely just keeps watching me, keeps going. So flight time, we're still doing great. It has a bar up here at the top. Let me get rid of this. Bar up here at the top is showing flight time. Dude, this thing is doing great. This claims 30 something minutes of flight time. We've been up for quite a while and it's having no issue at all. Of course, a lot of this is just me playing around, so it's sitting here idling. But that is awesome. Check it out. I like it. To land automatically. Yes, slide to the right. I'm just over here holding the controller. It is landing and turning the blades off, turning the motors off. That is great. With this first test flight done, absolutely very, very happy. This does everything that I would want in a camera drone. Video quality is good, gimbal is good, size, speed, sound, smoothness of control, battery life, ease of overall use, like all of that is exactly what I would want. I have been on an adventure now for, I feel like a couple years. I've had a couple different DJI drones, and those are good. Those are very good. They're usually the industry standard. So the technology of these drones has just continued to come along so far. And I've been trying to figure out, is there a non-DJI brand out there that actually makes a drone worth a dang at all? And if you watch the channel, I've actually gone through a number of them, trying to find some that will actually be on par with that, you know, original DJI quality, but at a smaller price. And this is literally the first one I've ever found that I can say yes. All of the other ones that I've found have either lacked the gimbal or the controls have been absolutely miserable. Some of the battery charging and all that has been miserable. But this, paired with this nice 65 watt charger from Ruko, you can charge this, you can charge a controller. Battery life is great. Like, it has those advanced features where you can just automatically fly. Literally the only issue that I had with this drone the whole time was getting this controller to talk to my phone appropriately, and the whole like having to take the case off my phone in order to make it work. If it wasn't for either one of those two things, this would be a 10 out of 10, 100% recommend. Instead, it's like a 9.5. Like, it's not a big deal. Now that I've gotten over it, I can handle that. I know how to handle it, so I am okay with it. Like, this is really good. This is very happy. Supposed to be going to a couple events here soon, and I'm going to take this with me and get some footage just using this drone, and I'm very confident in it, very happy with it. And so if you have any questions about what I did or how I flew it or anything other specific with the drone that I didn't address in this video, let me know. And otherwise, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next video. Goodbye.